Welcome back to Hogtown Homestead. Like and subscribe if you feel so led. That's these chicks taken care of and ready to go for the morning. I wanted to give you guys some updates on what's been going on here in the homestead. It may not be obvious on camera. And so if it's not obvious on camera, let me explain. The chicken tractor with the green tarp has less chickens in it than the chicken tractor with the blue tarp. A few months ago, I made a video about knowing what your healthy animals look like. That's why it's important to go down and see them every day so you can put your hands on them and see how they're doing, make sure that they're not cut or anything like that. It's the same thing with chickens. And a few days ago, I noticed that a couple of my chickens had bloody tails. I thought it was just them establishing a pecking order, which it could be. But I isolated the one because it was only one or two at the time. I isolated one of them, hoping that she would heal. And came back out the next day, and there were more chickens with bloody tails. And then last Thursday, so I isolated those. Last Thursday, I came out here to move these chicks, and this is gonna be gross, so you are now warned. One of our little babies had a hole bored in her butt, and all of her guts had been taken out. So she was just this hollow chicken, still able to get up and run away from me. But I caught her not knowing that she had been eviscerated. I picked her up, I put her aside into a safe spot so that she could just rest, because that's what it looked like she needed, while I took care of the rest of the chickens. So I took care of the rest of the chicks and went and examined her, and that's when I realized that her intestines had been pulled out. So cannibalism among chickens is a thing, and there are several factors that can start that process in a flock. One of the factors is room. One of the factors is establishing a pecking order. One of the factors is a lack of nutrients. And once it starts in a flock, it's actually very difficult to stop it. But none of those factors seem to make sense to me. Because in the blue tarp, we didn't have that problem. And as I was removing chickens that were bleeding from green tarp, the problem didn't stop. So it probably wasn't room. I knew that based on blue tarp, it probably wasn't a lack of nutrition. So what happened, I think, is that our chickens, I think it was establishing a pecking order. And one of them got pecked a little too hard. And once they start to bleed, the rest of them will pile on and just start picking and picking and picking until, unfortunately, one of their buddies is eviscerated on the ground. So last week we lost 3 meat birds. We have 7 isolated in our shed right now in our ambulatory unit. And so for today's video, I am going to use the pig netting and make them a little run so that they can get some sunshine and get out of the shed and stretch their legs a little bit. So I forgot to mention, as I was talking about the cannibalism, it has stopped now. So no chickens are eating each other. I don't know. I really don't know what the problem was, but it has stopped and everyone's getting along, seemingly. This chicken is sick. Hopefully some sunshine and some fresh air will help her out. Oh my gosh. So the chicken experience has not been as easy as the pigs, I'll tell you that. Now, since the laying flock is used to the fence, they don't really go too close to it. I'm gonna disconnect the battery from the fence and bring it over here so that we can get these guys safe. Okay, that's gonna do it for today's episode here on Hogtown Homestead. Once again, like and subscribe if you feel so led. I'll keep you posted on the sick chicken, and we have more updates to follow later this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.